Hey Gemini, welcome to your October 2017 reading. My name is Camille and this is Millennial Tarot. I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the videos from last month, September, and for liking and subscribing because I went from 0 subscribers to around 70. And so that's like 70 people who I didn't know before. So hi, welcome back, and if this is your first time, then I do encourage you to subscribe. So Gemini, this is going to be your general reading, like I said, for October 2017. I'm going to do a past, present, future spread, but the way I've been doing readings so far, you're the 5th or 6th video I've been doing, it's been coming out more like a story. So I'm just going to do a story for you within the framework of past, present, future. And I'm going to use the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, and then at the end, just like last time, I'm going to pull an overall message for you here from the Aboriginal Dreamtime deck, illustrated by Mel Brown. So, I'm going to drink some tea and go within. Iced tea. Hey, universe. What are the messages, the energies that you have for Gemini, October 2017? Let's get some air moving through these cards for you air signs. The way I shuffle is completely different and unique every time, so I hope you guys aren't expecting any type of like uniform shuffling. I'm also a Gemini rising, so I think you guys can relate to me being all over the GD place. Okay. We cut the deck. One card did come out for you. I'm going to honor it because it felt right. Coming up a lot. Wow. Okay. Well, cut. Okay. So in the past or recent past or past that makes sense for you, we have the Justice card. This is also the major arcana card of Libra. And coming up in the present position, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and coming up in the future position, we have the Queen of Wands. So, as if I haven't said this enough in like every video and every conversation I've ever had, balance, 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 balance. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Balance. Justice here with the 6 of Pentacles, they're both holding the scales. Like this is really a balancing act for you. So, excuse me, with the Justice card in the recent past position, also holding up this sword, if you want to take a look at the imagery here, I'm getting that this means that you really had to come to a place where you needed to decide about something. Something was plaguing your mind. It was really, I won't say weighing heavily on your heart because I'm getting that you had to make a logical decision here. The Justice card is a man who is forthright, objective, reasonable. So I'm getting that, and a past that makes sense for you within the framework of this reading. You really had to make a decision, come to a balance, come to some type of equilibrium. Something was throwing you off maybe in September, in the summer months. It could have been the eclipse very well. That threw you off balance, and kind of now you're here in October or a little bit before October searching for that balance again. The Justice card could be you're dealing with a Libra, just period, dealing with a Libra, done. But dealing with a Libra in the context of a legal situation, dealing with a Libra in any type of romantic or career situation, having to, this came to me, make amends with a Libra, or a Libra is making amends to you. You're in a situation perhaps with a Libra, and it could just mean as well that you're in a legal situation. Maybe you work in the legal profession, or you're going through some legal issues with the courts and all that. Something that's involving law. I'm getting that your recent past is something that corroborates strongly with law, with balancing of the scales. Someone coming to you with an offer of trying to make things work. You coming to someone with an offer of trying to make things work. Really trying to get to, I'm hearing like an equal. Being on equal footing, being on solid ground again. just to give some real-world examples, if this is a career situation, you might have to come to terms with a coworker that was being, less than gracious, and they're coming to make amends to you, or something threw you off in the work situation, especially if you're in the legal profession. Romantically, you may be in a place where you have to make a decision to leave or go. It could be child support issues, a divorce issue. It could be marriage, because we do have to obtain marriage licenses. Any type of license or contract that's coming up heavily for you in the recent past, you've had to comb over it, come to a decision on whether you wanted to move forward with a contract, negotiating a contract. It's very something like a lease agreement I'm getting. It could be, it came and then it went, Gemini. But here in the present position, I won't wax poetically about that. You know what that means for you. It's Justice card seems to be very obvious that you had to make a decision. You had to be your own judge, maybe your own court, and maybe your own jury as well, just to achieve balance again. But all that is swirling around you here, because we have the Six of Cups. Again, another card of balance. So whatever you were going through with the Justice card, with your Libra, with your legal backdrop and setting that may have been around you during this time, you're still like balancing the scales. It's almost like you don't feel like you might not have felt like you got the equal. You might not have felt like you got equal treatment in whatever agreement was made and whatever contract was signed. You may be having an issue now where you're like going back and you're like, well, I don't like that, or I didn't sign on for that. In the beginning of September, if this is your recent past, this is an October reading. I am doing this in September, but we did have Mercury retrograde, which ended around the 5th, 6th, 7th. So if you did like anything legal around then, which I don't advise you to ever do ever again, then it could be coming back to haunt you now in October, and you're like, well, I don't like what went on there. I don't like that I'm still having to balance. I don't like that I don't feel like I got equal treatment or weren't treated fairly. And now you're in the situation again now where you're being forced to, take some weight off to achieve balance, or maybe you're the beggar and you're like, well, I need more stuff in order to achieve balance. You're just in this place, Gemini, where you're very like, balance is in sight, equal footing is in sight. You can see how you can get there, what it looks like for you and what it means, but you're not there yet. And this could be something with your career, it could be something with your love life and your health. You're just feeling like you're not in equilibrium still. But to finish off the reading, we do have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a fire energy that is around you that could have been helping you during this time. That's Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries woman. But the Queen of Wands to me in this situation means that you're coming out okay. You're coming out, you're sitting on your throne. Wands always are mobile cards, so it's like this woman is sitting on her throne. She knows where next she wants to go. She knows the next goal, the next landmark that she needs to hit. So whatever has been throwing you off that you've been searching, I get the energy has been like frantic search for balance for you here. So whatever has been causing you to be thrown off, you might be dealing with those energies a little bit still in October here. It could be also feeling imbalance within yourself. There could be no external situation for this, so keep that in mind. But I'm getting that you are coming out of it a little bit more self-assured. You're feeling, okay, I do feel like I got what I needed out of that, what I needed out of them. I feel like we had the conversation we needed to have. I feel balanced again and ready to take on another challenge and ready to get at it. I always take notes, so let me see what else I can share to you about this queen. Yeah, so it could be you needed to get stuff in order to be married, get stuff in order to make a move, get stuff in order to leave your job, get stuff in order to obtain a new job. I'm getting maybe bureaucracy, if this involves any type of government agency. I'm getting that you were really just bogged down by trying to be like, oh, well, I need that, and then, oh, no, but that's not right, and, just like frantic back and forth stuff, really trying to find clarity here. Whoops. I'm going to pull clarifying cards for this, just so I can get you a little bit more, get you more answers about what might be going on here. But the Queen of Wands to me is kind of like a breath of relief. It's like you're kind of like solid again. You're kind of resting and ready. Well, 3 cards came out. Okay. So to clarify the Justice card, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Hello, juggling, balance act. You within yourself, Gemini, your duality, your personalities. I know people like to call you the twins and all that stuff. And the Gemini hate is getting a little bit trite. It doesn't mean that you guys are like Jekyll and Hyde. But it very much means that you're aware of the different aspects of your own personality. Maybe you were trying to balance that. The 2 of Pentacles here, the Pentacles always relate to money, finances, the mundanities, the trivialities, the ins and outs of life. So it's you trying to balance your home life, your work life. It's you trying to balance your finances, your bank accounts. And paired up here with the Justice card, you could have been in court for a money issue. You could have been trying to get money from someone's trying to get money from you. It's something, some contract, some type of agreement that had to do with money. Money was the focal point, like if you were trying to lower your rent payments or get a different type of payment on a vehicle or on a debt you owe, refinancing, all that stuff. I'm getting that here in your past. It doesn't have to be as big as, like bankruptcy and filing, all that stuff, which very much does have to do with the Justice card. Law, rule of authority, all those things. It could just mean you were balancing, you spent too much over the summer, and you're now in this Virgo season-ish. I'm filming this in September, so we're in Virgo season. And Virgo season really calls on you to kind of be perfect, get your act together. If you're having issues with finances, Virgo season hates that. Virgo really wants to have their money together. So I'm getting that you're really in this balancing act. You were juggling, and you were feeling off, in and out of court, paperwork, signatures, dealing with people who you don't like, all that stuff. So to clarify the 6 of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is rules, tradition, order. This is the way things are done. Again, if you have to deal with law, law is very much about this is the way things are done. Rules, regulations. It's very to the book, interpreting the text. Very much literal, very cerebral. The Hierophant is also tradition. So if this has to do with marriage, it could have had to do with that. If this has to do with a divorce, it's all within that realm. I'm going to read one more time with this. Okay, and the Hierophant is the Taurus card. So you could have been dealing with a Taurus in your legal affairs. You could have been trying to balance out your life with a Taurus. Hierophant also means groups, worries, fears, being pragmatic and ritualistic, any type of issue that had with your extracurricular activities, if you have any type of community or group that you're in. You may have went there to seek balance, or that could have been what was throwing you off balance. Here with the 6 of Pentacles, I'm getting that the Hierophant means that whatever you need in order to achieve balance could be found within a textbook, a law, going to a, one of those tax people who does your taxes, if it has to do with that. It means falling back on the way things are done traditionally, going back to going by the book, almost like that. The Hierophant is also like the Pope card in other decks, so it's like taking a step back, being more of a authority on moral issues, again, legal issues, making a final decision about something and making it with confidence, making it clearly. So whatever you need in order to achieve this balance is being brought to you through an energy within yourself where you're relying more on traditions, by the book ways, or it could be someone that you're bringing in or someone around you who is providing you this support. I'm getting in these 4 cards, The Justice, the Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Six of Pentacles. This is very much like paperwork to me. This is business to me. This is accounting. This is, I'm not doubting that it could be love-related, health-related for sure, but I'm getting, it's really just like the pettiness of contracts, the fine print, all the stuff that goes along with that, red tape, standing in line at the DMV, all this stuff in order to achieve balance, to achieve financial security, to cross all your T's and dot on your I's. Like, this is really like, it's like when you have to renew your car, or like, I got a notice for emissions inspections. It's kind of like maybe you're in a period of life where all these things are cropping up that you have to take care of. It may cost a little bit of money here and there, but it puts you in good standing with the law. Something like that. So, remember, we have the Queen of Wands, and clarifying the Queen, we have the Six of Swords. And remember, I said the Wands are the most mobile cards, so they do represent career, moving on, travel, trips, all these things. And this is very much a card of moving out of troubled waters here to the more still waters. It also very literally means traveling overseas, airplane, boats, cruises, things of the such. And I wish you guys could see the way I have it set out. I have like these 4 cards here, all the bullcrap you're going through, separated from whatever this story is. I feel like this is you coming out of it. You're out of it. You're on to smoother sailings. You're on to different horizons and smoother waters. It could be that you got your money together to go on a trip. It could be that you got your money together to go, to leave a job finally, to move away, to buy this house somewhere else, to buy a car, mobility once again. The Six of Wands is Six of Swords, sorry. It's a card of moving on. And you could be the one in the boat, you could be the one steering the boat, but what remains true is that they're all going to the same destination. So with the Queen of Wands here, especially like all this garb, and especially, oh my god, I'm Gemini rising. So Geminis are like the thinkers of the zodiac. You guys, we think the most. And so with all this legal paperwork stuff happening, you could have been just like thrown for a loop, completely disorganized, like trying to get stuff done, checking off boxes. And with the Queen of Wands here, with the Six of Swords, it's kind of like, you're like, okay, bye! I'm moving away from all this stuff. Like, this guy, the way it shows here in the reading is like, this guy is like moving as far away as possible from the Justice card and from the Two of Pentacles. I really get that you're moving out of it because you finished it, whatever it's done. So, Gemmies, I'm going to pull a clarifying card here from the Mel Brown deck. Ooh, these are all upside down. And inside out. Okay. What could this mean? Wow, this is like the only reading I've had in recent memory where it's been so obviously about like paperwork, about law, about getting stuff done, about contracts, about money. And you're moving away from it in October. Or at the tail end of October, maybe in November as well. So, what do you want Gemini to know, spirit, guides, energies, and angels and orbs, about this story here with the Justice and the Hierophant and moving away with it assuredly with the Queen of Wands and the Six of Swords? What is the overall energy? What would you like to leave Geminis with? I feel this way. What just came to me as well, because I'm Gem rising, is that you could just be dealing with an influx of paperwork and stuff to do at your job. Like, it might have nothing to do with your personal stuff, like cars and being in and out of court and stuff. It could just be like, wow, you're getting all these work assignments and you're just like, ugh. But it's going to come to an end. Oh my god, this is the same thing that just came up and you just saw me shuffle. It's, I'm a little bit dubious of this. Let me shuffle. I'm going to keep that card, but also pull another. Sometimes it don't feel right. I'm going to keep both of them. So the first card that came up was men's business. And I remember this from the Taurus reading, or some reading before yours, I don't know. So this just means being mature about whatever's going on. The booklet for this card states that you have to make sensible decisions. You have to kind of go through what you're going through as an adult would, and with as much maturity as possible. So if you're dealing with courts, with someone you don't like, if you're dealing, with entities you don't like, the DMV, the NBA is personal to the Washington, Maryland area. I don't know why I said that. But if you're going through stuff like that, it's best to go through it just as an adult, as mature as possible. Just like, all right, I have to do this because I decided to manifest into this human incarnation, and this is just part of being a human. Like, this is like kind of the mindset you have to take on in order to get through it and to get to kind of this point. And then we have sacred beginnings here, which is, without reading the book, which I will, it's kind of like where you're going here with the Six of Wands card. A new beginning away from all this garbled mess of September, maybe. Sacred beginnings. Ooh, I opened up right to it. Everything starts small, and to move forward takes incredible courage. The search for courage is the hardest part of any journey, but in turn, it is the ultimate achievement. From courage, you gain confidence, and whether it's just the confidence to give it a go, well, you're already a winner. Take a deep breath and just move forward. So whatever you were like embroiled with, traditions, just, I don't like paperwork and all that stuff, so it's just making me like feel stressed. I'm stressed. So whatever you were going through, you did so, or you have to do so with a clear, mature mindset, and the sacred beginnings is kind of telling you that whatever strength and, I don't want to say courage, because it might have been scary for some of you. It could not have been, but courage, strength, kind of just like effort. I'm getting like it was so much effort. Whatever effort you had to muster is going to be what's going to push you towards this new sacred beginning. It's going to be, as the booklet said, what gives you confidence to be this Queen of Wands and to kind of like move away from whatever was vexing you here with all these traditional money court cards. So, Gemini, that was your reading, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that whatever paperwork or legal authorities or you had to answer to, I'm hoping that's going to be coming to an end very soon. I know it will, but I hope it happens soon, like ASAP. And I hope that you have a fabulous October 2017. I especially hope that you will join me again here in November. Bye, Gemz. Subscribe!